boys and girls. This is Mrs. O'Mara. So we are on our fluency practice for Module 2, Lesson 4. We're going to start by counting by our skip counting by sevens, and then we'll do our eights, and then we'll do our nines. Let's talk about quickly, how do you skip count? Like, how do you remember what would be the next number in line? Do you quietly knock it? Do you count out loud quietly and say it loudly? There are many ways to do that. So I always tell my class, let's start with 7. So we're going to count by sevens. So we start with 7, and then you may want to count quietly to the next number. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21. 28, 35. And you will notice what I'm doing. I am counting, and then you can see that there is 7 between each one. So basically, if I asked you what the pattern is, we are adding 7 each time. That is the pattern. 35, 36, 37, 2, 9, 56, 53. So each time I'm counting by 7. 63, 70, 77, 84. So if you'll notice, I skip counted 12 times. So these are the multiples for the number 7. So let's say them quickly together. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84. I'm going to use my pen on the next one because I'm not very good at typing and then talking at the same time. So I think if I did if I wrote it out, I think it'd be faster. So let's start with our 8s. Here we go. 8. Count up. 16. You are correct. So let's do it together. 16. 24. 32. 40, good. 48. 'Did you get 56? Good. 64. 72, good job. 80. 88. Nice job. Did you get the next one? You are correct. 96. So let's say them together. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, and 96. Pull us down a little bit. Oopsie. Okay, let's move on to our 9s. Okay, here we go. Let's change a little color here. There we go. Maybe let's go with blue. All right, here we go. We're going to start with our 9s. Here we go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. Good job. 99, and 108. And for those of you that are practicing your multiplication times 9 tables, remember that the product, when you add them together, always equals 9. Yay! So let's count it again. Ready, go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, and 108. Nice job. Okay. Sorry, I keep saying nice job. You're doing awesome. Okay, so here we go. Let's move along. We are looking at practicing on clocks. So I'm going to pull up my first clock here. Well, let's talk about what you've learned so far. We know that we have seconds, minutes, and hours on a clock. Well, our first thing we want to talk about is what you already know is that you can count, and that's why multiples are so wonderful. You can count by 5s on a clock. So if we start with 12 and we go to the number 1, how many minutes are in between, everybody? What'd you say? You are correct, 5. So let's count by 5s. 5, 5, 10, 15. Now, what is it called when it's 15 after the hour? You are correct if you said quarter after or quarter past. Remember, it's a quarter, and there are 4 quarters in an hour. There are 4 quarters in a dollar, so 4 quarters total. So we're going to keep counting. So here is 5, 10, 15. What's next? 20, 25, and we land on 30. You are correct. Well, what is it called when you land on the 30 mark? You are correct if you said half past, right? All right, so you are half past the hour, half of the hour. So we are on 30 now, and this was 15. So let's keep counting. 30, 35, 40, 45. Well, what's it called when we get to 45 minutes after, or we have a few minutes before, so what's it called? If this is quarter after or past the hour, what do you think this one is called? I bet you're screaming it at home, aren't you? Mrs. O'Mara, it's quarter to the next hour. Good job. So quarter to the next hour. And remember, how many minutes are in a quarter? 15 minutes. So we have 50, 55, 60. Well, let's do the same thing, but let's count backwards. So let's see what it is to the hour. So here we go. Let's start at our 12 and count backwards. 5, 10, 15, same thing. 20, 25, 30. There's still half of the clock. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60 minutes. Wow, good job. So let's move to our next clock and talk about a little bit more with clocks, and we're finished with our fluency for the day. You guys are doing terrific. Okay, now let's count by a different multiple. Let's count by 3s, and let's see where we land. Boy, this is tricky because remember, how many minutes are in between from one time on the clock to the next hour on the clock? Well, if you said what? Yes, you're right, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes between each number. Okay, so here we go. Let's count by 3s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Ooh. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. Interesting. Well, if you count by 3s till quarter past, how many minutes is that? Well, let's do it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's 5 3s counting to quarter past. So we could keep counting by 3s. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And you'll notice that we know this is 5, 10, 15, or quarter past. And if we do 2 more 3s, 20. We are at the 21 mark, 1 minute past 20. So then 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ooh. So how many threes did we skip count by to get to 30? I bet you could figure that out quickly. So if I counted by threes until I got to 30, what does 30 end in? You're correct, a 0. So what times 3 equals 30? You are correct. We skip counted 10 times to get to half past or 30 after the hour. Good job. You can do this with any number. You might want to try it with your clock. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to put a time on the clock, and I want you to use, first of all, your whiteboard. And, well, let's just do this together. Let's put on our clock a time. Let's put on our clock, get my little time, my color going here. Let's put on our clock, let's see, Mrs. O'Mara. Let's put 11:23. Well, what's the hour? You are correct. The hour is 11, so that's our little shorthand. And it's going to be a little past 11 because I'm going to the next hour. And I said 23. Well, let's do this together. You find it on your clock. So I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I have to count 3. 1, 2, 3. So my clock says, it's a little perfect. So here's my hour hand 11, and my minute hand is on the 23 because I counted 3 more past 20, 20, 21, 22, 23. Good job. You tried on your clock. Now, let me give you a new clock. I'm going to give you a time and see if you can write it correctly on your whiteboard. You tell me what time it is. So here I go. Oopsie. Sorry about that. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see if I can fool you. All right, on your whiteboard, will you please put what time you think it says? If you wrote the hour is 9 o'clock, why? Because the little hand is our hour hand, and I counted 2 minutes after 9. If you put 902, you are correct. That's 2 minutes after 9. Let me erase this. Let's do another one. Are you getting it? You know what's going to be exciting is now you'll be able to tell the time in all of our classrooms because we have these analog clocks. So let's give you a new one. Let's see. Ready? Okay. Let's see if I can trick you on this one. I bet I can. All right. Write what time you think that says on your whiteboard. All right, let's see. Did you say that the hour is in the 5 o'clock hour because here's the small hand or the little hand? So that's our hour hand. And did you say that it's halfway or half past? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because you know 30 minutes is half past. Did you get 5:30? Good job, impressive. All right, I can't wait to see what you're going to be doing next.